Day 23, Michael Jordan edition of waking up in the morning, getting after it. We're going to go right into this because I'm thirsty. I got my 16 ounces of water. This is more like 20. I actually had to use tap water too, but here in Hawaii, our tap water is actually not near as bad as some of the other states. So I got my water. I don't have my electrolytes. I got my pink Himalayan salt. It's not even Redmond's anymore. It's a cheap Chinese substitute that I refilled in a Redmond's bottle. But we're taking half a quarter tablespoon, dumping it in the water, mixing it up, and that should take care of our hydration and lack of electrolytes, at least for now. Got to make sure this is getting nice and dissolved in here. If not, it leaves like a little bit of sludge at the bottom, and then you get hit with like a massive salt wave at the end. I'm not really drinking it this fast. I just feel kind of awkward letting the video play without anything happening and me just drinking a bottle of water. So I decided to speed it up, and 2 times is as fast as it'll go. I was actually looking up some alternatives of what would be really good to drink in the morning, when you first wake up. And of course, that liquid IV came up. It's got some sugar in it, but if you actually look into the science behind hydration, sugar and salt have a pretty nice relationship, and a lot of times the sugar can drive the salt and actually help you hydrate even faster. So I think that's the reason why they're actually putting sugar in the liquid IV, but most people are just going to buy the sugar-free ones. And honestly, most people really don't need any extra sugar in their diet any more than they've got right now. I can't tell you how many people are waking up every morning and drinking a Monster energy drink. I don't care if it's diet or not. You're putting in, if the first thing you're putting into your body is caffeine, when you're already dehydrated, you're only going to get further dehydrated. Caffeine is a diuretic. It's actually going to tell and signal your body to get rid of water. And if you've already gotten rid of a lot of water through your sleep, because we're sweating and we're all having to get up and pee at least once during the night, we're super dehydrated. That's why first thing in the morning, it's so important. Even if you're not going to eat breakfast for a while, because usually I don't eat breakfast maybe for like another half an hour from now, but I do drink a coffee. But because I've already got that water in my stomach and it's already being utilized, I'm not dumping in, caffeine straight into an empty stomach. Oh, plus two, I mean, I've done it before in the past where I really didn't know what I was doing. I used to be addicted to those Monster coffee drinks. Talk about, like, you might as well just go to the toilet, open it up, and dump it out right into the toilet. Watch it go down, because that's where your money is going. So it really is super important to understand you have to be hydrated. The other thing too that I'm delaying right now is you have to do some form of physical activity to get some blood flow circulating. The blood flow, when it circulates in the body, is bringing oxygen. It's really important for that oxygen to get into your brain, because that helps to erase the mental fog. And I hate walking around like a zombie, and for probably at least until like lunchtime sometimes, because I feel so bad. But the physical activity will help that. So let's get right into it. We'll see how we're doing with these burpees today. All right, maybe I'm starting to hit these burpees just a little bit better. This is going to be 15 again. I got them sped up because I feel like some kind of grandma Clementine when I'm doing these things. But I did feel better today. And I also realized that I'm kind of nervous because I'm doing it on camera, and it's kind of making me breathe even harder. So I'm trying to keep that under control as well. But doing these in the morning, man, I never in a million years thought I would wake up and do burpees, especially before lunchtime. But having a nice little chest pump, definitely a nice side benefit. Oh, I gotta catch my breath. All right, caught my breath a little bit. Got me a little morning pump from the burpees. Now remember, 15 burpees is nothing. This isn't designed to build any kind of muscle. This isn't designed to do anything other than wake you up. If you don't want to do burpees, you can do push-ups, you can go for a walk. I even said it before, if you're old and mobility is an issue, just by breathing deep, controlled breathing is really good, just to drive oxygen into your brain. I saw a YouTube video not long ago, and this guru guy was talking about just the importance of oxygenating yourself throughout the day. And his recommendation is to go outside, and instead of taking a smoke break, you take a breathing break where you literally make sure you're outside, or at least, if you can't escape an indoor environment, at least get away and try to get as fresh air as you can. And then just concentrate on your breathing, like a 4 seconds in, hold it 2 seconds, 4 seconds out, a couple of rounds of that, and you really do feel a lot better. So that's sort of the anti-smoke break, is uh, making a conscious effort to control your breathing. Today, going to the gym a couple of hours. I got to get breakfast in first. Uh, Breakfast is another one of those things where it's an easy win if you'll let it be. So many times, we've just been conditioned to go to a McDonald's or a Jack in the Box, or, some kind of fast food establishment in order to start our day off. And I do it too. Not all the time, but even when you go to McDonald's, understand what you're eating. My favorite thing right now is the steak, egg, and cheese bagel. I think the way it comes, it's like 680 calories, 35 grams of protein, something like that. I order it with light breakfast sauce because that breakfast sauce, I don't know if it's like a mayonnaise base or what, but it's just like slopped all over the place. And it's not bad tasting. It's just, I just feel so gross eating it sometimes. So I asked for light breakfast sauce, but that's my McDonald's go to. But see, I mean, obviously, I already know what's in it because I can tell you 680 calories, 35 grams of protein. So the main thing is not necessarily what you eat, is that you know what's in the food that you're eating so that you'll know how to adjust later on throughout the day. Because if you eat a whole bunch of calories at one time, obviously you can't eat a whole bunch of calories later on in the day, or you're going to be in a caloric surplus and get fat if you do it long enough. Same thing with getting skinny. If you're not eating what you need to eat and you do this long enough, you're going to lose weight. You're going to get skinny. Man, it's windy out here today. We had a wind advisory all day yesterday with nothing happening. And now it's sort of kind of starting. But my go-to breakfast at home, I usually like to do either like egg. Lately, I've been doing a lot of grits. So I take 2 packets of instant grits, the cheese flavored or the buttered flavored. 2 packets, I mix in half a tablespoon of some butter, and then usually some ground beef. I got some chopped steak from Times that's killer. It's really, really lean, and usually, if it's lean like that, it's kind of going to be tough, like a stew meat or something like that. But this is golden. It's almost like a little steak nugget. I keep having to start this video because my storage on my phone is so low, so I'm going to have to adjust that. But yeah, breakfast is definitely another shot at getting an early win. So I'm getting hungry now, getting worked up about it. Today, my breakfast, my grits and my chopstick, that's going to be my pre-workout meal. I'm going to hit back, hopefully grow it a little bit. Maybe I'll do a little posing for the back. I always do my posing for the front just because I get the chest pump with the burpees. But anyway, start your morning routine off right. Wake up a little bit early, go into something to wake you up. Make sure you hydrate and eat a solid breakfast.